Welcome back to Kiaris Investment, where investments are made simple. You guys are just joining me. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, May 11th. Listen, guys, if you're in the stock market right now, it is very uneasy feeling for a lot of people. The market is absolutely not doing so well as we would hope. A lot of people are being feared in terms of what is actually going on. Now, if you guys are invested in the stock market as usual, want to make sure we're making smart investments. I had to create this video because I feel like I had to create some content so I could get to you guys to make sure that we're making smart decision. We continue to make smart decision in the market. We continue to be profitable. Now, guys, if you're joining us for the very first time, we appreciate you. This is Kiaris Investment, where we make investments simple. I create videos of stocks that we buy and sell. These are my own opinion. As usual, I like to tell everyone before you invest to make sure that you guys are doing research before you invest in the stock market. As we can see, the stock market is trending very bearish as of late. So I just want to let you guys know that please do your research before you invest in any companies. Make sure that you're fully up to date in what's going on before you invest your hard earning money, because you could potentially lose your investment. As we can see, the market is not really doing well in this last 2 months. No, guys, there is a ton for us to speak about when it comes to investing in the stock market. As you guys know, we make sure that we bring to you guys great opportunity of when to invest and when to stay on the sideline to make sure that we are making profit. Now, in today's video, we will be discussing a few companies that we know of and a few companies you might not know or heard about before, but they are doing big things. So want to make sure you're keeping an eye. One is Upstart, one is Affirm Holdings. Both companies are down 85 to 90% for the year. That is a big blow if you're invested in Upstart and Affirm Holdings. Both are, I would say, tech companies in the financial space, basically digital platform. If you're buying a product and you, for example, you go to Apple on a website, or if you go to Best Buy website, you purchase something, you can buy now, pay later. It has a payment plan set up for you. It works with different finance companies to get you those products. But as you can tell, it is sign of recession, and most of those companies right now, everything is highly inflated, so not doing so well in terms of their last earnings report, and the stock took a dive. We can see that Upstart, yesterday Upstart was down 68% at one point, and we can see this morning that Upstart is down again another 15% or so. So we'll jump right into it, guys. But before we do that, let's jump into the intro. Welcome back. Yes, indeed, guys. As promised, we will be discussing this is Upstart. We can see that Upstart and also our favorite with Affirm. We can see Affirm Holdings. Both companies are down this morning. Now on my screen, if we take a look, we can see Affirm Holdings is down right now, just around 14% for the day. This is big news for anyone that's invested in Affirm. If you take a look back in the past 6 months, this company was trading back in November above $140 per share, at one point $175 per share. You can take a look here to see how in the last year, a high of $176 per share and 65 cents. And now we're looking at right now a low of $15.38, I should say. Yesterday we saw a low of $16.55, but obviously today we are seeing a low of $15.38, and I strongly believe that it will go down some more. So be cautious before you invest in this company. Now, what I like about Affirm is that there is still opportunity for us to make money in the company. And not looking so great right now, obviously, but there's a ton of opportunity for us to still be able to make some money in the company. Now with the news and all that stuff that's going on right now, it's not doing so well. We can see that it has lost a fair value of its market share, down 5.86 billion. But again, as the stock price starts to rise, and the market cap will eventually get some back in a sense. But you want to make sure that you invest in this company before you lose out. Now, before you go and invest, again, do your research, because it could potentially go lower. As I said, I'd like for it to go anywhere in the 1450 range. That would be a good start to go in, but at $15.40 is still an okay price if everything works out in the long run. We can see here, I want to let you guys know of when things starts going bad here. We saw, when was it? A few days back. But long story short, a few days back, we saw a ton of information came out in terms of where the company is heading, in terms of their guidance for 2022 and for 2023. And investors did not take it lightly. Now, the main thing why Affirm actually pushed lower today as well is because news of Upstart. Okay, so once news of Upstart came out, then the stock price for Affirm pushed even lower because of fear in this space right now. Similar to Affirm with Upstart Holdings, you guys could do a few research on this company to see what they're all about, to get more information. We can see here that Upstart Holdings is a cloud-based artificial intelligence lending platform. The company platform aggregates consumer and demand loans and connects it to a network of Upstart AI-enabled bank partners. So they're doing the similar business as Affirm, and in that space right now, for anyone is in the lending space, as you know, right now the market is not trending so well. So if you're in the lending space, listen, you will feel the pinch. It's gonna be a little bit rocky for the next few months for these companies. So similar to Affirm, we can see back, if we take a look back 6 months, we can see that Upstart was trading pretty well as well. Let's go back here. So Upstart in the last 3 months, let's see here, was trading above $220. At one point, we could see back in November above $250 per share. So again, it really depends on your risk tolerance. It really depends on the time frame that you're sitting on right now. If we take a look here, we can see a year high of $401.49. And obviously, we're seeing a year low of $27.80 so far. Again, similar to Affirm, I expect these companies to go down a little bit more. With Upstart, I'm more comfortable to see if it could break that $25 per share barrier. Then that would be a little bit more comfortable for me right now. But Affirm and Upstart, you really gonna have to pick between the two and make a decision. But as usual, guys, what I say in time and time again is that Before you invest, please make sure that you're doing your research. If you're not sure how to invest, speak to a financial advisor. This is by no means advice how to invest in the stock market. I'm only sharing my opinions, and hey, you have to make your own decision before you go into any of these companies. But I'm just letting you know where there are good opportunities. So if you're in the market looking for something in this niche or in this market space, then this could be a great opportunity for you guys. Again, at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. Now, there are a ton of opportunities for companies that's on the market right now that is actually performing similar, if not worse. So you got a ton of options in great investments that you can actually invest in. But I think with Upstart and Affirm holdings, I have been spending more times in terms of Affirm holdings. I've done more research on Affirm, so I'm not really choosing it because it's cheaper. It's because I have been following it for a longer time frame. So if you guys are considering, these are two options that you can consider to do some research to see if you want to invest some money into it long term. Again, decision is totally up to you guys. Try to get it around 5 to 10% lower on and think on it. Do your own research before you commit to it. But it's not doing so well in the current market space. Now, if you look in the EV side as well, we see a ton of activity. I'm just gonna go live stream for all the companies that we're following today. And we look here at Rivian. Now, if you consider like 2 weeks ago, that you would never really assume that Rivian would actually drops below $25 per share. Now, the main contribute to this is the news of Ford, along with the market as well. We understand the market was reacting very, very bearish, and with the news of Ford and a ton of different production updates, we can see the impact that it has on Rivian as well as Tesla, Lucid, all that good stuff. So there are a ton of opportunity if you guys are on the market right now. Please do your research, and it all depends on the time frame of when you're expecting to sell. If you're not expecting to sell in any time soon, then this is the perfect opportunity for anyone that's new to the market that want to make some money, right? If you're in the market and you invested like previously, it's not much you can do because you're already locked in on most of your play. But if you take a look at Lucid, we can see that Lucid is down below $14.72. We see Rivian is down, GameStop is down. All across the board, we saw the airline stocks, we saw the oil, we saw cannabis space. Everyone is being impacted by what's going on the market. The news coverage of Wall Street, if you notice lately, as of late, it's more discussion about a recession feeling than anything else. That's the message that is really pumping in the news over and over again. The fear of recession, the fear of oil price. We saw the dollar was spiking yesterday. So the market right now is really ripe for whoever have free cash on the side. And this is why I said the best thing that you can ever do in investing, from personal experience, is to have cash available to invest in the market. Now, if you don't have cash available to invest in the market at the right time, you open yourself up for a lot of different bad decisions. So this is why I said, guys, try to invest in companies that you think have great products. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at one of our number one company here. We saw with Apple is down around 3% for the day. Not too much to hurt you, but it just gives you an idea of what the market looks like. Now, keep in mind that Apple is a $2.4 trillion company. You can see market cap right here. So, and it's one of the best company that's in the world right now. If you think about its market share and management in general. So, great things is still to become from Apple. Now, keep an eye on Disney, guys. with theme parks to be reopening, and with summer is approaching, I think Disney stock will rise some more. So keep an eye on Disney as well. But if you're in the market right now, there is a ton of opportunity. But the two stocks that I wanted to bring to you guys is Affirm Holdings. We can see here in the last 2 weeks how the stock has been performing. But with Affirm, I've been following it consistently over the last 3 months, right, to make sure before I go in. And I think at this stage right now, it gives me more clarity on what I want to do. So if you're thinking to get one of this company right now, this is one of the company. No, there is a risk involved, right? Don't get me wrong. Make sure you do your research on that point. But it's you have to be comfortable with a risk tolerance that you are able to accept, right? And I think with Affirm right now, it's down to a point where I'm okay to accept to go in for a 6 to 12 month period to see where if the stock could bounce back. At least anywhere in the 30s to 50s would be a great start. If you get more than that, then that's fine. And the second option, as I said, is with Upstart. You guys could do more research into it to see where you guys stand, if you think it's a great investment or if you're just going to make a pass on it. But I strongly think that Upstart will start to bounce back in the next week or two, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Now, again, this will be a short live stream for today. I do have some meetings to do in terms of the business side. Again, guys, we will be doing a live stream in terms of how to start your business, how to if you're in the real estate business, or if you in the mortgage business, or if you just own a like small business in general, we will do a live stream of how you can actually get the business plan set up, how you can have the business register, what some of the regulations that you need to consider, and stuff like that. So I don't want to give too much into it on this one, but we will be doing a few more live stream also on the podcast side as well. But as usual, guys, if you're not yet invested in any of these companies that we cover, as usual, it is not to tell you guys that you got to go in and invest. It's just to share with you what's going on the market. This is the most important thing. You do not need to invest in these companies, right? You can still just watch, and for educational purposes, you can actually do some research to see where the companies are at right now, right? To see where they're coming from and to see where the potential could be. But again, these two for today is with Upstart and of course with Affirm Holdings, right? These are two of the companies that we want to cover. But we will make sure that we go on a live stream later on in the night tonight. We'll cover in depth a few of the pickup that we do today. So I'll let you guys know which one that we picked up and which one that we completely dump before the market get worse. So until next time, like, share, and subscribe, and protect your capital, and peace out.